Welcome to the Investing Podcast, presented by Tusk Media. Now, for your early morning look at financial news and activity in audio and video form, here's the Morning Market Mimosa.
Yo, everybody, welcome back to the Investing Podcast, presented as always by Tusk Media. Week is almost over. We're excited about that. Hope you guys are as well. It's Thursday, June 30th, 2016, last day of the month. I feel like we were just saying that. First full month of the Investing Podcast. So we're going to have a little party later today to tell you more about that. But happy to be here. In the meantime, we're going to do a little bit of a word search this morning, a number search, if you will, and we're going to get you guys up to speed on the market. If you're listening to this in audio format, this is going to be a huge waste of time, but we're glad you're here anyway. If you're watching the video, you can kind of follow along as we figure out what exactly is going on. So as we look at the market today, markets are pretty much flat in pre-market trading. We're doing this a little bit later than normal. It's right at 9 o'clock. Normally do this around 8:30, but right now I think Dow futures are up like 2 basis points. S&P futures were down like 6 basis points. We're talking very, very little movement. So futures are basically flat. So the market, how about that? How's that for a presentation? Market's basically flat for the day. One piece of economic data that did come out was jobless claims. Jobless claims up 10,000. So that seems like a big number, but you got to kind of put it into context. Obviously, if you knew 10,000 people that were unemployed, you'd have a weird friend group and you'd know a lot of people that didn't have jobs. But when you think about 10,000 people nationwide relative to what we had last month, not a huge number. So jobless claims up 10K to 268,000 is the number. U.S. Treasury ticked up a little bit, talking about the 10-year here. Finally broke through that 1.5 level right now, which is, again, it's kind of banana land that it's so low still kind of blows our mind. Sometimes we think we're looking at the numbers wrong, but the 10-year Treasury right now is yielding. Woo-hoo! Not a whole lot of yield there, but it's up a little bit more from where it was earlier in the day. BOE rate. The Bank of England is having their discussion right now, so imagine their Janet Yellen about to make a decision on interest rates. We don't think anything's going to change there. I'd actually be absolutely flabbergasted. Good word used right there. I'd be flabbergasted if the BOE actually increased rates. But the one thing we do know for sure, based on the last week's worth of activity, this will absolutely be something that British people will cry about. Whether they leave the rates the same, raise them, lower them, there's going to be tears. You can count on that. So BOE rates, we're anticipating no change. We'll probably hear about that just about any time now. So they may have even made that announcement already. So programming notes, lots to say here. Bond week continues. We're glad you guys are enjoying it. Episode 3 was a little bit late. We had some technology battles. It went up this morning though, so it's up. We talked about municipal bonds, myself and Matt Burton. We've got episode 4 coming up at you in just a little bit. So basically 2 today, making up for 1 that was yesterday. So 4 for 4 will ultimately be our batting average at the end of the day today. We're going to talk more about municipal bonds. In my opinion, today's episode that's coming up later, it's probably going to be the best episode of Bond Week. And I'm not being facetious at all there. Matt's going to talk about some really weird stories in the municipal bond world. If you've ever heard Matt tell any of these stories, they're kind of crazy. The muni bond world can get really, really backwards and weird and sketch really quickly, and he's going to tell some stories from that. I think you guys will really, really enjoy that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Along those lines, we do apologize for not getting an episode up last night. Technical difficulties have abounded this week. It's been kind of nuts, but that's kind of how we know we're making it. A lot of haters out there, a lot of web hosting sites not wanting to see us succeed. So we're happy to be there. In all seriousness, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Yesterday was our biggest day in terms of downloads ever. We're only a month old, but that's really awesome. We're excited to be doing that. And as a reward today, 4:15, we're going to do another live broadcast of the Investing Podcast. Check it out on Periscope. The best way to find that is go to our Twitter account. It's at Tusk Media LLC. You can find everything there. We will post the link. We're going to do it right at 4:15 today, give you guys a little bit more time to get there. So right at 4:15, we're going to do the live broadcast. We'll do a little behind the scenes action, talk about the setup, things like that, things that are going on, introduce you to some folks around the office, let you chat with Scotty. We'll get Scotty to put on his sunglasses and read the disclosure again because everybody loved that. And then we'll basically do a live run of the Investing Happy Hour. And Last time we got it in one take. I'll probably make a mistake this time, and we'll get to do a couple takes so y'all can make fun of me for that. So check that out. We are not going to do a stock market power lunch just because we do have a flood of activity going up today. Again, we've got podcasts that went up about an hour ago that's on muni bonds. We've got this going up right now. We've got the live broadcast at 4:15, and then around 6:30 tonight, we're going to have episode 4 of Bond Week. So we don't want to flood you guys too much, but we really do appreciate you being here. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for downloading, and we'll touch base soon. Y'all have a great day.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are our professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.